First of all, welcome to the channel and thank you for stopping by. When time permits, please consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. Welcome to another episode of Motorantings. If you don't like these, I apologize, but blame Patrick over at Moto Ramblings. We had lunch. He told me how wonderful it was to hop on the bike, not worrying about setting up too many cameras, put the camera on, and speak your mind. So here we are, me ranting, because unlike Patrick, who is a, well, good-natured fellow, I have complaints. But what I don't have to complain about is my 2014 Honda. It is 1 week since a mouse decided to eat all of the wiring going to the tail light, and I fortunately was able to splice the wiring back together with some extensions, and we're back on the road, and we even have directionals and brake lights, which is a good thing because I still have my 2020 KTM 790 Adventure R sitting in the shop. We are 4 days past the 7-week mark. That's right, we're coming up on 2 months of my premium Adventure R KTM motorcycle sitting in the shop. Now let me be clear, I do not blame the shop. These folks have been great about communicating with me. They literally waited 3 weeks before KTM got back to them after looking at the logs. And after 3 weeks, they wanted more information. They waited that long, eventually looked at the data and said, yeah, we're not sure. Let's collect some more stuff for us. We then waited another 2.5 weeks where KTM said, it's an electrical problem. Let's just replace the main and the secondary wiring harness. Why not? I mean, it's only $1,000 worth of harnesses and I'm told 9 or 10 hours of labor. That's KTM's solution. Look, something's grounding out. We know that when something is grounding out, it's going to cause this problem. So just replace every damn wire on the bike at a cost of at least $2,500. Screw you, KTM. Screw you. So right now we're waiting for a part to come in. The tech did go ahead and start eyeballing where we could have a short, and he was able to take off a section of the harness, and the bike then works properly. So we're replacing that piece of electrical wire, and hey, it may change, but as of right now, it's not the entire wiring harness. It is a $150 harness. So what I'm ranting about today is KTM sucks. I don't mean the bikes. I love riding the 790 Adventure. You get that bike off-road and it shines. It's exciting. It's fun. But God help you if anything goes wrong with it. I'm sorry, but 2.5 week wait for someone to get back with information you provide them, a 3-week wait for information you provided them? KTM, hire more godforsaken employees. That's absurd. Now, given I'm not under warranty, I'm sure I'm not a priority, but still, it's a motorcycle they sold for almost $15,000 3 years ago. And their answer is, we're not sure. Just replace everything that could possibly cause it. That's fine if you're under warranty, but that really sucks for me. And while I don't want to spend $2,500 to fix my bike, if they had at least made that recommendation in a timely manner, 5 to 10 business days, I would have said, that really sucks. Things break. go ahead and replace it. I'll bite the bullet. But geez, 7 weeks just sitting there waiting for information to pass back and forth between the guy who just wants to get my bike out of his shop and get paid and the company that is like, we'll get back to people eventually. Ah, beautiful river. I don't know, man. I gotta say that when you're riding a working KTM, and I've ridden the EXE 350, I've ridden the 500, I've ridden 2 different 690s, I've ridden the Husqvarna 701, I have ridden at least 4 of my favorite bike, the 790 Adventure R. And of course, I've ridden my India-made 390 Adventure. Hey there, dear. And I'll tell you, when a KTM is working, there's nothing I'd rather be on. They make the best dirt bike. They make the best adventure bike. But if I can't count on it, it's one thing for something to break down. I get that. Stuff breaks. Hell, I break things. But you need to have reasonable support. I've seen a lot of people post, I'd really like a Touareg, but they don't have any dealers. Well, guess what? KTMs have dealers all over the place. I can go anywhere within 50 miles and I'll run into a KTM dealer. But that doesn't help me if when they need diagnostic support from KTM, is going back to KTM corporate and sitting there for 3 weeks. Man, oh man. I have to say that I would love to own an 890. Not an R. It's really more bike than I need. I've gone into that. But I'd love to get an 890. But there's no way in hell I could give KTM money after the experience I've had. Because even if I bought it with the warranty, a 2-year warranty, I know I could extend it up to 4 years at a dealer, but I could still be waiting 7 weeks for any kind of issue. That's absurd. That's absolutely absurd. So enough ranting about KTM. I'm like incredibly disappointed, but we'll end it on a high note. My buddy Tim just bought the 790 made by CF Moto in China. And you know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping that CF Moto makes a more reliable bike than KTM does. And I don't think they couldn't. I think that CF Moto's got enough experience that the new 790, I may eat these words, but I'm betting in 24 months people are going to be going, this is more reliable than my old one. And honestly, what I really hope next is that CF Moto takes over support. I was talking to the guys at the CF Moto shop when I went to take a look at the Ibex, and we were talking about my bike, and he was saying, I can't even imagine how that happens. He says, yeah, at least a week. I guarantee you, you bring your bike in here, if we run diagnostics, it will be a week before they get back to us. But I don't think it's ever been more than a week and a half. So maybe we'll get lucky and CF Moto will take over more of KTM's business and you'll get a little bit more reliability, and more importantly, perhaps we'll actually get better service. Because KTM, you're taking a lot of money from people and your service sucks. All right, enough moto ranting. I'm going to continue riding on this day, which has rolling thunderstorms for the weather, and see how things go. I really wanted to get out on the bike. I haven't ridden all week with both bikes being down due to mouse damage, so I got up this morning and I said I can go work on the 390 or I can go ride the Honda. And I think I made the right choice until it starts raining harder. I may change my mind then. All right, if you stuck around, I appreciate it, and take care.